what is it that I call taboo words? What I call taboo words or amber-light words are words that students tend to use much too often and that are very vague. They are very black and white. So I encourage them to rack their brains and try to find something to replace them. For example, the first one is people. They use the word people very often. Instead of that, I encourage them to find some replacement. For example, people who go to the cinema very often, cinema goers. People who live in big cities, city dwellers. People who attend a play or a show, or the audience. Abstract terms, unemployed people, a lot of unemployed people. The rate of unemployment has increased. Or for example, social unrest, meaning that people complain a lot about certain things, or something sparks controversy. I mean, people complain a lot and argue a lot about it. Or for example, a passive voice. People did not do what the law asked them to do. The law was ignored. Or adverbs, widely accepted, widely meaning a lot of people accepted. Highly criticized, a lot of people criticized it very much. So I encourage them to avoid these vague, low-level vague words that, and in the one which I think they use most often is people. The next one, for example, like. I like it, I don't like it. Instead of using like, I found the experience highly invigorating. By using a collocation between adverb and adjective, we are showing a wider range of language, of vocabulary, and greater richness of language. Money, for example, instead of money, incomes, those with the high purchasing power, those who were born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Expenditure, anything to replace the word money. Not they earn a lot of money. A lot of. Instead of a lot of, but we have a lot of problems. We are flooded with problems. We are invaded by visitors. We are a few. For example, shortage of, scarcity of. Someone is lacking in something. The connectors so and because. Instead of those words, for example, words that mean going from A to B. For example, A leads to B. B stems from A. A and B go hand in hand. A and B go in tandem. Then adverbs of manner. For example, instead of he walked out of the room and he was very angry. Or angrily. Instead of that, he stormed out of the room, or he stormed out of the room. Or for example, the word thing. There are a lot of things that thing is very vague, and instead of that, some other kind of term that save us from having to use thing, which is a very vague, shallow term. There are other phrases in which the word thing might show high level. For example, the real thing. But most of the times, thing is empty of meaning.